Honda, new vehicle sales 2020.
Over the last 30 years, 8 million U.S. service members have returned home after serving our country around the world. The biggest challenge a returning vet faces is getting back to everyday life. And a key to that is personal wellness. iHeartRadio has teamed up with some of America's biggest veteran organizations and programs to create Show Your Stripes, a one-stop destination for veterans and their families to find the resources they need. If you're a veteran facing challenges, or if you're looking out for the well-being of a veteran you know, visit showyourstripes.org today.
Portions of the following program will be recorded. The employers are not looking at what you did, how long you did it, what your job is. They're looking at the politics. When I was sending out my resume, I was making up all the organizations that I worked for. Man, I put in all kinds of extracurricular activities.
Bill Handel.
Today, even if it's real, I can't put it in.
Mornings from 6 to 10.
Go figure.
On KFI.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. Some of the big stories we're following in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The LA County Sheriff will start using body-worn cams in jails in downtown LA for better understanding of use of force cases. A man in LA has been found guilty of killing his girlfriend's 2-year-old son in 2015, and an Amber Alert has been issued for a 15-year-old girl cops say was taken against her will in Northern California by a 20-year-old guy. Police say he's driving a green 2007 Chrysler minivan with a Texas paper plate. Right now, let's say good morning to ABC's Aaron Katursky. Almost 57 years after the assassination of Malcolm X in Washington Heights in New York City, the DA in Manhattan is expected to have those convictions overturned or thrown out. Aaron, good morning. Why is this?
Well, they've determined that these two men, Muhammad Aziz and Khalil Islam, were convicted in error. And we're not sure the DA is going to say any more than that about who he thinks who else might have been involved in the death of Malcolm X. But these two men certainly were not. We talked to their attorneys, including Barry Scheck of the Innocence Project, that he said that there were questions from the start when the convicted assassin testified at trial that the two men were not his accomplices, and yet they were still convicted by a justice system gone wrong, perhaps seen as expendable by the FBI and the NYPD to make sure that the undercover officers and agents that were in the Audubon ballroom that night were not exposed. And so now, nearly 57 years later, finally, these two men will have their names cleared.
Are both of them still alive?
No, Khalil Islam died in 2009, and Muhammad Aziz is alive. He's 83. He spent 20 years in prison, while his children grew up without their father. And even when he was paroled in 1985, he still lived with this kind of burden of having killed a civil rights leader. And only now is his name being cleared. He says he doesn't need the court to tell him he's innocent. He's known it all along, but he said he's gratified that the truth is finally coming out.
And even though you had the actual killer say that these guys were not connected to me, there was no physical evidence, right, that ever linked those two to the crime?
No physical evidence, no forensic evidence, nothing. And even the descriptions of the accomplices did not match what these two guys looked like, and they were still convicted. And perhaps it's a reflection of a justice system that saw two black men, as expendable. But we may never know exactly who killed Malcolm X other than the one convicted assassin who confessed to doing it. There are a number of thoughts that the FBI and the NYPD may have been involved, either tacitly or explicitly, but we're not expecting the district attorney to go that far today.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much for the update.
Thanks, Jen.
See you later. This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles, and it is time for the 11th annual KFI Pastathon. And because of you and all your donations, Chef Bruno's charity now provides over 25,000 meals to kids in need every week across Southern California. Now, here's how you can help feed kids in SoCal right now. Go to pastathon.com and donate. 100% of your donation goes to Caterina's Club. Every single penny goes to feeding kids in SoCal. Or, if you can't do that, stop by any Smart & Final store in California, Arizona, and Nevada. You can donate $10, or you can always donate more. But $10 at checkout provides 14 meals to kids, courtesy of Barilla Pasta. The fourth report with Neil Saavedra will be out at Smart and Final in Orange, right off the 55 at Capella and Tustin this Saturday from 2 to 5. You can drop off pasta and sauce, any brand, any variety, whatever you want, just any kind of pasta and sauce at the Anaheim White House from now through December 4th, every day from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m. You don't even have to leave your car. Volunteers will be on site. You can just, pop your trunk or, open their back door, whatever you want. They will just grab those donations from you. Find another pasta and sauce drop-off location near you at pastathon.com. And don't forget, Tim Conway Jr. will be broadcasting live on Giving Tuesday, which is November 30th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Anaheim White House. So you can go by and hang out, donate on site, drop off pasta and sauce and your donation. And in advance, I say thank you. This is KFI and KOSC HD2 Los Angeles. Jeff Boggs looking at the 405.
You betcha. Come on in, Jeff. Well, that's one of my top two charities, feeding kids, taking care of kids, and helping veterans. So there you go. Southbound 405 is off to a very busy start. We just took off from Van Nuys, went down to the 101, turned north for a look, but boy, a lot of volume. But so far, so good. Don't panic. It's going to be okay going into West LA. It's one of those low cloud warnings in the basin, so just be prepared for that. I don't think it'll affect your drive. 118 was looking good around a busy spot around the 5-118 interchange. Now we're on the southbound 170. All looks good is, we've got to warn you about one big problem though. South 101 approaching the 4-level downtown. The backup is almost through Santa Monica Boulevard. Right now, if you're in the valley, going east 134, south 5 to the south 110, it's still good. It won't last long though. Don't go away. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff KFI in the sky.
If you own a business and you manage to keep 5 or more employees on the payroll, a new government program has been instituted that pays you tens of thousands of dollars per employee. And it's not a loan, it's a grant. Now, the challenge is getting your hands on this money, because this is a complicated federal bureaucracy. InnovationRefunds.com cuts through the red tape and gets you the money. They are experts at helping businesses like yours. They help me get your share, mine, of these government incentives. And InnovationRefunds.com does all the legwork. They do not charge until you receive the money, and then they share a percentage of the money that they get for you. In another program, they got my business a 6-figure refund. In this program, the average client gets $250,000. Go to InnovationRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions, InnovationRefunds.com. No risk, high reward. InnovationRefunds.com.
Stay healthy isn't easy, especially during the holidays. Watching your diet, staying active, managing stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movement and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Bring proven quality sleep home for the holidays. It's our ultimate Sleep Number event. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Here's SoCal weather from KFI. It's partly cloudy today. Highs will be in the 60s at the beaches to right around 80 inland. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on the news starts now.
Handle on the news. Handle on the news. And now, here's Bill Handel.
And good morning. It's Thursday, November 18th, a week from today. Thanksgiving. Always like Thanksgiving. It's kind of a neat holiday because some of us don't work Thursday and Friday. However, some of you do. And I think everybody to my left does. That's in the engineering booth, and everybody to my right doesn't. That's Jennifer Jones-Lee. And everybody right in front of me also does.
This year, yes, it looks like.
And Neil Saavedra, who usually does Thanksgiving Day, where he talks about cooking, he's having gum surgery the day before.
This is a real down-to-the-wire situation.
What, with Neil?
Yeah, look, the last time I talked to him, he thinks he'll be okay. the
I know,
day
gum
after
surgery?
gum surgery to do a show.
Yeah, well,
So there's kind of a weird contingency plan in place that may or may not involve me being here, or maybe it's him if he's Superman with super gums. But
or he's going to sound like, yeah, my name is Neil.
I wish you could have heard Wayne telling him, like, don't be a hero. Are you nuts? What are you doing? It was awesome. I just
did
sort of sat
confront
back
him
in the office.
profanely
And,
the other day
there
in the
were
office
many,
about his
many
play.
four letters.
Okay. Well, we start tying
But
about
we
things.
want and then we'll move on, because I want to get us back to your original point, because I know that the holiday time of year is very joyful for you because of you lording over the rest of us.
Yes.
We work and you don't have to work.
Although I do
And
that
I don't
for
want
every
to lose
holiday.
that.
I do that for every holiday. Okay, guys. We've got some stuff to cover, to say the least, on this Wednesday morning, or Thursday morning. First, a hello to Jennifer.
Hello.
Morning, Wayne.
Tip of the hat.
And there's Alex.
Morning.
Tyler.
Good morning, Bill.
And Misty is here today. And Misty, actually, you produced the whole show this morning, didn't you, Misty?
Yes, I did, with
Wow.
a little bit of Alex's help.
Okay, fair enough.
Good morning, Bill.
It's a training backup producer procedure that we do. Just in case Alex gets sick. And Alex, I don't think you've ever gotten sick, have you?
No, I have.
Oh, have you?
I just don't get to be out for very long.
Yeah, oh, okay. So you come in here bleeding out. That's quite all right. All right, guys, let's do it. Handle on the news, Jennifer Wayne and me, lead story. Oh, love that music. Pink Panther, Peter Sellers, just brilliant. And Jennifer yesterday was talking about this armed prowler that was running around. They got him. They got him. The Shadow Hills Prowler. A bunch of neighbors called 911, seeing an armed prowler walking around the neighborhood. And in one video, he's seen holding a rifle, just walking through a yard of a home. And they say the cops think he lives in the area and he's homeless. And obviously, where does he take all the stuff that he steals?
That's a very good question.
I mean, his shopping cart must be full of stuff. Washing machines, refrigerators. I mean, I don't think he steals that. Let's move on.
I just watched the video of him being captured, and it was a police dog, actually, who tracked him down on the hillside and grabbed him by the arms. He was obviously hurt. They had 150 officers out there, and it was a SWAT team that actually got this guy.
Yeah, that's when you want to commit a crime somewhere else.
Mm. Oh, because all the...
Oh, yeah, because all the cops are there. Yeah.
All right, you had 77 LA City employees who lost their pay because they would not sign the notice for the vaccine mandate. So the deadline is, it came and it directed them to get their vaccines by a December deadline. Those numbers could grow, though, in the coming weeks. They say just so far there are 77 who have dug in, but they expect there will be more.
You got to give these people credit at least for having big brass ones, because they're going to be fired, and they're going to then be looking for another job. The pension that whatever they built up, their vesting, gone, and hey, it's people that are standing by their beliefs.
Are they banking that a lawsuit will get them out of this?
I'm sure, but they're going to lose. They're going to lose the lawsuit, because when you talk about public service, public health, that overrides almost everything. It's very difficult to undo a legitimate public health decision. And no one's going to argue that this is not legitimate. I mean, what are you going to argue? It's a hoax? Okay. Martians created this. Aliens have come down to Earth and created the vaccine. What are you going to do? So, you have to give them credit for this. You really do.
Wait, who are we giving credit to?
The people that are willing,
refusing to.
they're refusing. Yeah, because they've got balls. They really do. Saying, we're willing, I'll give up my job, I'll give up my pension, I'm willing to, risk the rent, and we're going to eat pasta for the rest of our lives. They're going to go, they're going to go to Pasta Fun, and instead of giving pasta, they're going to steal it from these locations. They have nothing else to eat.
Hell of a scenario. Hey, LAUSD is going to loosen up some of their COVID mitigation requirements. When kids go back to school after this winter break, only the unvaccinated students will have to be tested weekly, and then also some students won't have to wear masks outdoors. Only at schools where fewer than 85% of the students are fully vaccinated will you have to wear a mask outdoors.
Yeah, and what is fully vaccinated? That's the other issue we've been talking about. 2, 3.
Will it be a different criteria for adults versus people under 18?
I don't think so, because under 18 now everybody is eligible from 5 years on, and just it's a dose difference for the kids. It's like a third or half of the adult dose, but
you don't need the booster until 6 months out. So, and because the vaccines have been only available for a shorter time, during this time where they're not eligible for a booster because it hasn't been 6 months,
then
are they
I'm sure.
considered
Yeah,
fully
I
vaccinated?
can't imagine they wouldn't be.
So someone could be fully vaccinated and then one day wake up and is no longer
I think that's the
considered
case.
fully vaccinated.
We don't know the rules. Also, there's no database for figuring out when you were vaccinated and 6 months passing. I mean, there's no database to figure out who is vaccinated. They rely on those little cards that you have to show. Which yesterday, Jennifer talked about how easy it is to just come up with a counterfeit one. I mean, it's I look at mine. It's a piece of paper that you can print. You can do it on the internet in 2 seconds.
Mine's ripped. I mean, it's a mess. It's all dog-eared and whatever because it's been in my wallet.
Yeah.
I do think there is a database, only because, depending on where you live,
Yeah, no, that
you
is-
can
that's
get
been
you can
clear.
get a digital thing
Yeah.
into your
But I don't-
iPhone wallet.
Right, but who
So
can...
that has to, and I don't know if I clicked the link or scanned the barcode to get it, but it had to be somewhere out there.
I don't think the
On
government
some
collects...
system in order to get me this thing that I just showed you that does show the dates.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine.
So
right
there's
now.
some semblance of a system, whether it's complete, whether it's accurate, and how easy or difficult it is to access it immediately for verification purposes. That remains to be seen to me. But there's something besides the card in the cardboard card.
Ooh, you know what? I don't have mine.
You don't have your vaccination
What
card?
happened? I had it. It must...
Get out.
Yeah, no, I'll bet you I was pickpocketed and someone grabbed it.
But you have the rest of your wallet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at it. You
I
have your
know,
driver's
it's weird.
license. You have some other stuff.
Yeah,
But just the vaccine card. Did you have to take it out any time in the last 24, 48 hours to show anybody
No, I
at a place?
I think it's at home somewhere. Okay. Take a break, and we'll come back. More handle on the news. And your chance to win $1,000. We start that for the second hour of the morning. This is KFI. That is Jennifer Jones-Lee.
The FDA could authorize the Pfizer COVID-19 booster shots for all adults today. Pfizer requested emergency use authorization for its booster last week. Looks like a second summit between President Biden and Russia could be happening. The Kremlin says top U.S. and Russian security officials spoke yesterday and tried to make preparations. And Toyota's recalling 227,000 Camry sedans that can suddenly lose power assist in the brake system. We'll take a look at your ride with VKFI in the Sky and the 101 next.
Why not give your loved ones a healthy air holiday?
This Christmas, show your appreciation by helping them enjoy the healthy benefits of clean air.
IQ air purifiers capture up to 99% of airborne particulates using patented, industry-leading hyper-HEPA filtration technology.
IQ Air's high-efficiency air purifiers filter smoke, pollen, dust, mold, bacteria, and viruses as small as 0.003 microns, the smallest airborne particles that exist.
IQ Air delivers immediate clean air directly to your breathing zone with a portable, award-winning Autumn Series 5-in-1 system.
For the desk, the car, on the go, setup is easy anywhere there's a flat surface.
For the whole home, IQ Air offers the ultra-quiet Health Pro Plus series, the #1 air purification choice for asthma and allergy sufferers.
Your friends and your family will love the confidence that comes from taking back control over their environment and from breathing clean, filtered air.
Go to IQAir.com/US or call 877-778-7324, IQAir.com/US or 877-778-7324.
The holidays are right around the corner, and your neighborhood grocery outlet is your one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. Enjoy big savings, on your holiday meal at your local grocery outlet.
SoCal weather from KFI. Partly cloudy today with highs from the 60s at the beaches to right around 80 inland. This report is brought to you by Grocery Outlet. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. We've got a problem on the 101.
Boy, we sure do. The section of the 101 that gets you to downtown Los Angeles, southbound Hollywood Freeway before the 4-level. Couple lanes blocked. That's half of the freeway that you normally use. So the backup is going through Santa Monica Boulevard right now, and it's quite solid. We're trying to get down there right now, but the fog is getting in our way a little bit, but I'll keep you updated on that. Now, what I can definitely vouch for, if you still have this option, if you're in the San Fernando Valley anywhere, East 134 is wide open over to the 5. We just made the turn South 5. We're over the golf course right now, and it's busy. But at least moving down to the 110, you go south 110, 4-level, get where you need to be. Coming through Santa Clarita, heads up south 14, Agua Dulce. Bit of a problem to the shoulder, but a lot of activity, a lot of emergency lights there. Be careful. And Alhambra, East 10, San Bernardino Freeway, just east of the 710 at Fremont. Somebody facing the wrong way on the right shoulder. Be a bit of a shock if you make that transition east 10, so be careful. Injured in an accident? Visit superlawyer.com. Jeff Bond, AFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. The new Staples Connect will change the way you think about Staples. Explore the world of possible with new small business services and innovative tools to work and learn from anywhere. Now open at 5665 West Wilshire, 1 block east of the La Brea Tar Pit. Learn more at staplesconnect.com/LA.
It's easy to get into the holiday spirit this year, courtesy of your Toyota dealer. Just bring in your Toyota for Toyota Care no-cost scheduled service and get 2 tickets to Knott's Merry Farm. From November 19th through January 2nd, see the entire park transformed with festive seasonal decor, Santa's Christmas cabin offering themed food items, a Christmas craft village, and so much more. Knott's Berry Farm tickets valid through January 31st. Blackout dates apply. Offer good at participating Toyota dealers while supplies last.
Every new Toyota comes with peace of mind, standard. That's because you get Toyota Care no-cost maintenance when you buy or lease any new Toyota. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first, as well as 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. See your Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
Living with dental issues is hard. No one knows this better than Joseph, who struggled with failing teeth for years.
The inflammation, the bad breath, the teeth falling out, the pain.
These issues took their toll, so Joseph came to Clear Choice Dental Implant Center, where he discovered one procedure to put an end to the years of discomfort, pain, and compromise.
Once I got it done, I was like, why did you wait so long?
That's what dental implants did for Joseph. Find out what they can do for you by visiting clearchoice.com.
Hey, it's Jerry. Medicare annual enrollment is here, and it's time to keep your Medicare moving forward with SCAN Health Plan. SCAN is a comprehensive Medicare Advantage plan with new cost-saving benefits. Plans for 2022 may include a $125 monthly give-back, lower out-of-pocket costs, more included dental coverage, and more. To learn more, call SCAN Health Plan at 1-855-479-7226, TTY 711, or ask your local agent about SCAN. Call SCAN to see if you qualify. SCAN Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in SCAN Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
This Thanksgiving, are you looking for something big on flavor to serve to your family and friends? Here at Stater Brothers, we recommend you try our beef bone-in ribeye roast. It won't disappoint. It's cut fresh daily and just $6.99 a pound. Happy Thanksgiving from Stater Brothers Market.
Bags under your eyes? That's junk sleep. And Mattress Firm can help. Shop the Black Friday sale and save up to $500 on top-rated brands you'll love, like Sleepy's. Plus, pair the mattress of your dreams with a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase.
During the season of giving, you might give away more than you want.
Sweater for Mom, video game for Jake, and my credit card for someone named Gina.
More online activity can mean more exposed personal info, but LifeLock by Norton has identity theft protection all wrapped up. And if you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your 1st year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com today.
Hey, it's Conway here. Know why I got a whole house water filtration system from Purigan Water? Because I don't want to wonder if my family's tap water is safe. No more wasting money on bottled water, no plastic bottles to recycle, and no more visits to the chiropractor's office because you're lifting 5-gallon bottles of water or 40 pounds of salt. No calcium buildup on faucets or shower heads, and that alone is worth it. Purigan extends the life of your water heater. Stay on with this clean water. Purigan Water offers free lifetime service. No one else can make that claim. The system takes up a little tiny amount of space. So let's get Purigan, California's preferred whole house water filtration system. And for a limited time, when you buy a whole house system, you get the 6-stage alkaline drink system for free. 844-80-WATER. 844-80-WATER. That's P-U-R, again, water.com. Spelled wrong, but the water's right. 844-80-WATER.
The Purigan man is your best friend to make your water pure again.
We went to Africa?
6 shots we got.
6! But did you have to enter the country? Yes. Plus, you don't want to get sick disease. I just don't understand this segment of human nature. Now you don't get sick. What's wrong with you?
John and Ken, weekdays at 2.
It's a violation of privacy that divides us into the haves and the have-nots. It's free!
On KFI.
Hey, we're back. Bill Handel here, and the morning crew, Thursday morning, November 18th. Let's continue. Oh, first let's start with your chance to win $1,000. Let's see that.
KFI has your chance to win $1,000.
Text the nationwide keyword
Bills, B-I-L-L-S,
to 200-200.
You'll get a confirmation text and info.
Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest.
That's Bills to 200-200.
And if you win, you'll also get a phone call from a number you do not recognize, which you must pick up and answer 14 times every day, 20 minutes after the hour, from 5:20 a.m. to 7:20 p.m. You have lots of chances to win the money. Lots of rock and roll, sex, and cocaine is $1,000. Let's move on. More Handel on the news. Jennifer, Wayne, and me.
Well, like it or not, apparently some people are not. They do not like Staples Center being Crypto.com anymore. The Crypto.com arena, as it's being called. Somebody wrote, sucks. I don't like it. Staples Center is very classic. It's a monument for L.A. No way. This is Kobe's house. This is Staples Center. But then you had Vanessa Bryant, who wrote, Staples Center will forever be known as the house that Kobe built. And shout out to Henry DiCarlo on KTLA this morning. He said, I like having it called The Crypt because...
Oh, that's not bad.
No, because you play the Lakers at the Crypt, you're not coming out.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Probably wrong, you know what? Wrong time in the wrong season for him to be talking that way.
Oh,
probably. Also, it's 4 words versus 2. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Crypto.com arena versus Staples Center, which...
That's 7 syllables?
Yeah, versus Staples Center, which also was known just as Staples. When you think about it, you're playing at Staples. And so it's going to take some getting used to. But, you know, and I'll bet you contractually all the broadcasters have to say Crypto.com arena.
Sure.
Lawyers for Kyle Rittenhouse have asked for a mistrial. They got, here's what happened. It has to do with the drone video of the events of that night. And what they say, and actually it's not what they say, it is true. This is what happened. There is a high-resolution version of the video, and they received in evidence a lower-resolution copy of the video. And their copy of the video, it is almost impossible to really tell what's going on. The high-resolution version, it's easier, and the problem is some of the things the prosecution said happened didn't happen exactly as they happened if you watch the video. And the defense is saying you basically gave us an inferior piece of evidence and not the same piece of evidence that you have. If we had had the proper version of the video, we would have done our defense differently.
Yeah, I don't buy that. But that's
Which part of it?
That they would have done their defense differently and the mistrial. I don't think that's enough, or even close enough for a mistrial. I think that's, I would argue that's harmless error. Because if you look at the two, unless clearly you see something happened that benefits the defense that you don't see in the inferior video, if it's clear-cut, yes.
Well, let me run this by you. and people may have a difference of opinion about how easy it is to see this in the two versions, but I looked carefully at both versions. It is clear in the high-resolution version that Rittenhouse is running away. I think it's Rosenbaum is chasing him, and there's another person who is farther behind, but is clearly chasing one or the other. He's chasing in the same direction. Kyle Rittenhouse does not turn around and fire until Rosenbaum has gained on him and is 2 or 3, maybe it's 5 feet behind him. At which point, Rittenhouse turns around and fires. Now, in the grainier version, it's much harder to discern who's where, because they're like little blobs. So I think the relevance is, with Rittenhouse saying self-defense, Rosenbaum had threatened to kill him. That had happened. Rosenbaum was chasing him. He's running away at that point. Rosenbaum is chasing him and gaining on him and getting very close to him.
And you can't see that in
it's much harder.
It may be harder, but
to suss it out with that lower resolution.
Well,
and your point may be well taken that it's just because it's harder to suss it out.
That doesn't mean you can't.
It's impossible.
Right.
So I agree it's in a gray area, but I would say there's not nothing there.
And who had the gun? I don't think it was Rosenbaum.
Not Rosenbaum.
So Rosenbaum was unarmed, right?
Yeah, but he had threatened to kill him, and he was chasing after him, and Rittenhouse is saying, if he grabbed my gun, I knew that he would use it against
me. I mean, it's, and this is why there's enough doubt there. You and I discussed this, that if I'm on the jury, and I have to tell you, I'm not a big fan of Rittenhouse. I think he's a vigilante who came to Kenosha to get in trouble, or to at least put other people in trouble. And even then, I think there's too good an argument for self-defense. All right, let's take a break, and we will continue on with the handle on the news, Jennifer Jones-Lee.
The LAPD says it's arrested a man wanted in connection with a series of burglaries in Sun Valley and Shadow Hills. A police dog spotted him in thick brush near Hanson Dam, and started dragging him before officers arrived to make the arrest about 11 last night. He was seen earlier crawling through brush trying to get away. The arrest ends a 3-day search for the man who police believe robbed at least 9 homes and businesses starting in October. He'd been seen on video carrying guns and rifles. News is brought to you by Rooter Hero. A man's been arrested for allegedly setting fire to a tent that had 2 homeless people inside in Thousand Oaks. The Ventura County Sheriff's Department said he had a disagreement with one of the men in the tent earlier this week and threw a flammable liquid on the tent. The men inside weren't hurt. Monarch butterflies are flying back to California.
The number of butterflies along the Central Coast is bouncing back after the population reached an all-time low last year. An annual winter count last year recorded fewer than 2,000 butterflies, a massive decline from millions in the 80s. This year's 3-week count started Saturday. An unofficial count by researchers and volunteers shows there are more than 50,000 monarchs at overwintering sites. Last year, no butterflies arrived in Pacific Grove, one of the largest roosting sites. This year, more than 13,000 have been counted there. Deborah Marks, KFI News.
The U.S. has hit a high record for drug overdose deaths. The CDC says there were 100,000 overdose deaths from April of last year to April of this year. Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra says his department has a 4-point plan to address the problem.
Primary prevention, first and foremost. Harm reduction, which I believe is somewhat novel for the federal government. Evidence-based treatment and recovery support.
The CDC says fentanyl and other synthetic opioids were the cause of more than half of all drug-related deaths. And the richest dog in the world is selling his estate in Miami for nearly $32 million. The German Shepherd named Gunther the Sixth is worth about $500 million and inherited the mansion on Biscayne Bay from his grandfather, Gunther the Fourth, who bought it from Madonna more than 20 years ago. Gunther the Fourth came into the trust, now valued at $500 million, when a German countess died in 1992. We're watching your ride on the 101.
I bet you Gunther has some doggy bed, huh? Boy, oh boy. Great news. If you head to downtown Los Angeles, you've been listening for a couple of reports here. Southbound 101, before the 4 level, all lanes just reopened. I'm glad we got down here. The weather was just good enough. South of downtown still looks kind of foggy, but all lanes are open. South 101 around the 4 level, it is still quite slow coming down from a little bit south of Santa Monica Boulevard. But with all lanes open, generally the rule is stick with the freeway. It should start moving soon. Now, if you already chose the eastbound 134 to the south 5, it's still good. It's still moving traffic down to the south 110 and down that way. Getting a little slow, but not too bad at all. We're going to back to the West Valley. We got a report to something around DeSoto on the westbound 101. He heads up for that. And Glendale, we came up to the north too around the 134. There was a problem here. That's all gone. Even the southbound drive is looking good. Don't go away. Busy morning here. Injured in an accident. Visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the sky.
The LA Kings were shut out by the Washington Capitals 2-0. Both of Washington's goals came late in the game and courtesy of the Caps' Garnet Hathaway. LA sits at 5th in the Pacific Division. Can the division-leading Anaheim Ducks win 9 in a row? They'll try tonight when they host the Carolina Hurricanes at 7. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports. If you know you need some help mouth-wise, you look in the morning and you're brushing your tooth and you say, oh my God, does this mouth look horrible, missing, decayed, loosey. Maybe you don't say, maybe you've rationalized it, but everybody else certainly notices. So how about doing something about it? Finally, going to Cunning Dental for the new permanent teeth-in-a-day procedure done while you sleep. You wake up out of the dentist chair and they hold a mirror to you and there's brilliant new permanent teeth and you look great, which you haven't done in years, decades, maybe never. You bite and chew like you used to, smile in photos again, and it all happens in one day while you sleep. Right now, $1,500 off your procedure until November 30th. They also offer no money down payments, the plans on approval of credit, and we're coming to the end of the year when you must use your debit card if you have it, if you use it or lose it. Call 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE.
SoCal weather from KFI. Partly cloudy today with highs from the 60s at the beaches, upper 60s to right around 70 in Metro LA and OC, mid-70s to right around 80 for the valleys and the IE. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it